Hi and welcome to another episode of Juicy and Delicious TV, and today we have a very special guest all the way from New York who wants to have a real authentic Singaporean crab experience.
Delicious, yeah, yeah. I said juicy and delicious, yeah, yeah. Juicy and delicious.
So meet Victoria.
Hi.
Hi Victoria. So Victoria writes her own blog in New York. Tell us a bit about that.
I have a food blog. I just started it recently because, well, I love food, but who doesn't? I was involved in the food industry in Hong Kong, and I recently moved to New York to go to culinary school. And that's about the same time I started my blog a couple months ago, gastronomy.
Okay. So I mean, you seem to like crab a lot because we asked you if there was one experience you wanted to try in Singapore that we wanted to film, which would it be? And you mentioned crab. So have you tried crab in Singapore yet?
I have. I've tried a couple of chain places, and I love chili crab, but I wanted to try a more standalone place to see the difference between the crab quality.
So I mean, she's tried the jumbos, the no signboards. So we wanted to have a really authentic experience and try the different variations of crab. And what better place to do it than in the heartlands at Mellben Seafood.
Okay, so Victoria, we're gonna take you on a culinary adventure here in Mellben. Just a little bit of history about the crab here. The chili crab is actually a lighter version. It's not so heavy going and not so starchy. I think some of the chain stores, they have the crab a little bit starchier.
Right.
Maybe you want to start off with the chili crab.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach in and try not to spill this. So I think, as with all chili crab in Singapore, we eat it with that fried mantou.
Right.
Yeah, do you like that?
I love it. It's my second favorite thing after the crab.
So really, are you in it for the gravy or the crab or?
Oh, it's really hard. I love the claw, but the gravy with the mantou is out of this world.
Okay.
So good.
Given a choice, which would you eat first?
The mantou.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I get my hands dirty, I like to go for the bread. So should I go for it?
Yeah, and tell us
All
what you
right.
think.
Let's go for it.
I think what's interesting is that, very early on in Singapore when we had chili crab, we actually didn't have these fried mantous. What we had was plain white kopitiam bread that was sliced up into little cubes, and slowly as, food production has evolved, we now get these little mantous that are fried.
Well, I'm glad it came about because it's really good. You're right, it's a lot less starchy. I can definitely taste the chili a lot more. It's a bit more tangy too.
I'm not
Very
sure
good.
if you know, but just a couple of months ago, or maybe about 3 months ago, there was a little bit of debate between which was better, the Malaysian chili crab or the Singaporean chili crab.
I heard about that.
Yeah, but that's a debate for another time.
Don't go there.
So we'll actually raise that another time. But really, we're very passionate about chili crab, and we must say it's one of our Singapore must-tries.
Okay.
Okay, so this is somewhat of a specialty here in Mellben. It's actually very much like fish head bee hoon. I'm not sure if you've tried that. So it has an almost Alfredo-like gravy, and there's the noodles to go along as well. So it's kind of like a pasta base almost.
Okay.
A nice soupy and rich flavor. Maybe you want to try some of the noodles with some of the gravy or something.
Okay. Try a small bite. It's very messy.
Give you just a little bit of the gravy. I think what's nice about this versus the fish head bee hoon or the fish sliced bee hoon is that it's got very nice sweet crab flavor.
It's nice. Very nice.
So I understand that you were working in Hong Kong for a while and it's known for its seafood. So
Right.
what do you think the difference between Hong Kong seafood and Singapore seafood?
Actually, Hong Kong has its own version of chili crab, but it's very different. It's a lot more dry. There's no thick sauce that goes over it. It's more like garlic flakes. Actually, it's very similar to the cereal prawn in terms of the texture and the flavors. But I also don't think we use mud crab either. I'm not sure exactly what kind of crab, but I know the mud crab's very popular here. So
I think it's really evolved in Singapore. We started out with a smaller mud crab, and then we slowly evolved to the Sri Lankan version. So now I think we're a little bit spoiled with the large pincers and the very meaty crabs as well.
Okay, and then we have the other thing that's really popular besides the chili crab, I mean standard Singapore scene, is black pepper crab. And I think you've tried this before as well.
I have it. This one looks a little bit different though.
Yeah.
I don't recognize these leaves.
Yeah,
Is that a certain?
It's like curry leaves, so
Okay.
it's really fragrant, and that's something that they use for another one of their popular dishes. But for the black pepper crab here, I mean they fry with onions, with curry leaves, so it's definitely a lot more fragrant in that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this, which one is the most popular in Hong Kong? I mean, sorry, Singapore.
In Singapore, I would say chili crab is kind of like the iconic dish, just
Okay.
because it's so unique.
Right.
Black pepper is also popular, but in the case for Mellben in particular, the crab bee hoon is what really makes them stand out. Because I mean, the other food chains that you talked about, they're very popular for chili crab, pepper crab, but
Right.
the bee hoon one is a bit more, it's a bit different,
Yeah.
and it's a more brothy, unique way of enjoying chili crab.
Okay. Well, let's see. Should I? They're very messy. All right.
Don't worry, we have pincers and we have wet towels, so that's no problem.
Let's see, there's something. It's a bit easier.
Take the big claw.
Take the big
Go
claw.
for it.
All right.
It's one night only.
Time to get my hands dirty. Very nice. I like it.
Do you find that it's a bit more fragrant than what you've tried before?
Definitely a lot more fragrant, a lot more peppery. The meat is also, how to describe it? It's a lot more
Succulent?
succulent's a good word. Succulent. Yes, thank you.
It's a lot less flaky, right? I mean, it's like solid.
Yeah, it really comes out in a nice chunk. Very good.
So, well, we've tried everything now. I think Victoria's a nice taste of the different variations of crab here at Mellben. And she's really got her fingers dirty. So, Victoria,
Yeah.
what do you think?
It was excellent. I think this is probably my favorite place so far out of all the places I've tried.
Yeah.
There's so much meat in all of these crabs, and
Okay, which is your favorite style of preparation here?
ooh. I have to say their black pepper is the most impressive, but deep down I will always like chili crab the
Yeah?
most.
How
And,
does it compare with the other ones you've had in Singapore?
let's see, the meat.
The meat for one.
Yeah, the meat is, for one, there's a lot more meat. It's done very well.
Yeah. And I think you said the spices they use for...
Yeah, the spices they use for the black pepper crab is just, it's very fragrant. A lot of flavors really come out in it.
What do you... Okay, so chili crab's your favorite. What is the really distinct thing that you love about this one?
It's just like the gooiness
Yeah.
and the spice. Just,
Without being too starchy. Right?
yeah, I like it a lot. And I'm gonna miss it because you can absolutely not get this in New York at all. There are a lot of attempts at it. It's nothing. It's nothing in comparison to what you can get in Singapore. Chili crab.
So Victoria's on the hunt for the best chili crab possible recipe that you can do at home or replicate at home. So if anyone has any suggestions, please feel free to email them to us so that she can take it home with her to New York.
Please do.
All right, thank you so much, Victoria.
Thank you.
Juicy and delicious.
Visit gastronomy.com.
How do you spell that?
Gastro and then Nomi, Nommy.
There you have it, gastronomy.com.